So this will be an example of an RRH replacement. So we already have our fiber removed, tested and cleaned. So the first thing I do is we'll remove our RET cable. I look at my port labeling up here and it should say ALD Alpha Lima Delta, or it'll say AISG 2.0, and that is our RET port. Curled threads up there you want to turn. Just to make it go a little bit quicker, I'm just going to remove the grounds on the side while you do everything else. So next, I will open up our power bay door. So in here we have our power. We're using negative 48 volts direct current DC. You just go in there and loosen up the set screws. So once we get those loose, then we can spin off our terminal adapter. So this plastic nut right here, we can spin that off. So then the bottom portion should pull straight out. Yeah, you just spin that off. On the sides, on this particular RRH, the bottom bolts need to come out completely. The top bolts have a shelf, so you can just loosen the top bolts up and then lift the whole RRH up off the bracket. So now we got the top bolts loose, we can just pick this straight up and sit it right down. Now we can hook our RF jumpers back up and we'll torque those down. And we'll just double check and make sure these are coming out straight. So the first thing I'll do before we hook up our power wires is double check and make sure these top two set screws that come from the factory, make sure those two are tight, because that's for the wire harness that goes up in the RRH. And then these should be, those are dead because we turned the breaker off. And I'll take them, work them back and forth and really get a nice twist on them. So this is where the needle nose comes in handy to be able to guide those up into place. That done, then we will hook our fiber back up at an angle and spinning it till you get all three prongs back up. And this is another spot where we see a lot of issues with. A lot of people will just take this plug and shove it right up in there, and then they'll put this right on. But as you do that, it's actually forcing the fiber up inside there. And if you don't pull tension on the fiber, you'll end up kinking the fiber inside. So when you insert this, you kind of want to just put a little tension down on the fiber jumper, push that up, and then a little bit more tension, and screw it back on.